Hey y'all, welcome back to MK3 Firearms. Today we're checking out the Regent by Tisas. This is their BR9 stainless steel, and of course some modifications. When it comes to the Tisas, we do have to change out a few components in order for them to kind of work with our modifications. For one, we switch out the trigger, and we usually switch out the hammer. They're cast, they're a little out of spec when it comes to factory high power tolerances where their frames and their slides are not. So really, to get these to work the way we want them, we're always going to change out the trigger and hammer. So keep that in mind when you buy one of these, if you are going to have us work on them. That said, we have a factory Browning high power trigger, a factory Browning high power hammer that's been resculpted. This is our mini spur that we do. We of course have our rear sights. That's the Heine. That's the 1911 ledge, mil spec ledge as they call it. And we mill it in flat with a slide. That mates up to the Trichicon HD up front. And of course, like all of our hammers, we cut in the notch in the rear, so when you actually pull the trigger, the hammer folds right up into the rear sight. That's all nice and blended. We did a high cut under this guy. No fastening for texture, but there is a high cut, as you can see right there. Nice and blended. Really looks good. Gets you a little higher axis on the gun, a little grip axis. What else? These are the factory Tisas grips. Pretty much everything else is factory, except for the cylinder slide safety. That's their single-sided safety. So basically, just install that guy. And yeah, for the most part, this thing is pretty, pretty straightforward. No frills, nice little carry piece. This is kind of how I would do it if I was carrying one. This does have our single-stage trigger job. So as you can see, there is no take-up. That's the wall, brakes, reset, your brake, reset, brake, reset, and brake. So as with all of our single stages, where you start it is where it breaks. Anyways, as always, questions, comments, concerns, leave them, and as you know, we'll answer accordingly. These are really cool, and in case you don't know, these are the only stainless steel high powers. They're the first and the only. They've always come, carbon steel or alloy framed with carbon steel slides, so it's pretty cool that Tisas did them in stainless. I like it. Anyways, y'all, until next time.